Hi everyone, it's Olga. Today we're making a big, tall, beautiful and delicious cake in a frying pan. No one will guess it was made without an oven. You get a gorgeous homemade cake. I'll leave all the ingredient proportions in the description below the video, along with a link to the original source. I did adjust a few points to suit my family's taste. First, let's make the cherry filling. You'll need 300 grams of pitted cherries. A regular paperclip works great for removing the pits. Really try it, it works. Add 100 grams of water, half a 200 milliliter glass, and 100 grams of sugar, 4 heaping tablespoons. If you like a noticeable tart cherry flavor in the cake, use only 2 heaping tablespoons of sugar, half the amount. Put the saucepan on the stove over medium heat and bring the cherries to a boil, stirring occasionally. You can use fresh cherries, like I did, or frozen ones. No need to thaw them first. If you like, add 1/3 teaspoon of cinnamon and stir it in. Skip it if you're not a fan, or replace it with 1 to 2 tablespoons of cognac or brandy, or just leave it out entirely. Once the cherries boil, cook for another 15 to 20 seconds and turn off the heat. Remove the pan from the stove and let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes so the syrup infuses well. Then strain out 100 milliliters of syrup through a sieve, about 7 tablespoons. This will be used to soak the cake layers. Let it cool to room temperature. Separately, set aside another 60 milliliters of syrup, 4 tablespoons, and put it in the fridge for about 5 minutes to chill. Blend the remaining cherries with their juice into a puree. If you like whole cherry pieces in the cake, you can skip blending. Into the reserved room temperature syrup, mix in 2 level tablespoons, 20 grams of potato or cornstarch until smooth. Add this starch mixture into the cherry puree. Cook over medium heat, stirring constantly until thickened. Once it boils, cook for another 30 seconds to a minute. Immediately transfer the hot cherry filling to a plate or small bowl. Cover with plastic wrap pressed directly onto the surface to prevent a skin from forming, and let cool to room temperature or chill in the fridge. It's just about lunchtime and I'm so hungry. You know how it is. With the amount of desserts I make on a daily basis, I really need to watch the balance in the rest of my food if I want to stay in shape. I used to log everything manually and weigh out every single ingredient on a kitchen scale. Absolute nightmare. That kind of routine burns you out fast, which is probably why most people quit counting calories within the first week. But Calorie changes all of that. Counting calories is now as simple as snapping a photo. Just take one picture of your plate, and the app instantly identifies what you're eating and breaks it down into calories, protein, fat, and carbs. The photo recognition is impressively accurate, but you can also tweak your meals manually whenever you want. For dessert, I'm throwing in some cherries. Took me literally seconds to add them from the app's massive food database. You can adjust the size, weight, and number of servings too. Honestly, my favorite feature is the barcode scanner. It makes adding stuff to your daily log ridiculously easy. And the calorie counter updates in real time, so you always know exactly where you stand. Trying to lose some weight this summer without all the stress? Click the first link in the description or the pinned comment and download Cal AI. Don't forget to use my code OllieCook for 3 days of free access, or just scan the QR code on your screen. Okay, back to the cake. Crack 3 room temperature eggs, medium-sized or whatever you have, into a bowl. Add 140 grams of sugar, 7 level tablespoons, a pinch of salt for balance, and a pinch of vanillin for aroma. Whisk just enough to break up the eggs and combine everything about 1 minute. No need for a long whip. Add 225 milliliters of milk. preferably room temperature, one 250 milliliter glass filled to about 1 centimeter below the rim, or 15 tablespoons. Immediately add 90 grams of refined vegetable oil, about 6 to 9 tablespoons, depending on spoon size. Whisk together. Sift in 180 grams of flour, 9 level tablespoons, and 45 grams of cocoa, 4.5 level tablespoons, through a sieve along with 8 grams of baking soda, 1 slightly heaping teaspoon. Mix the batter with a whisk. Since ingredients vary, it's best to add the flour gradually so you don't overwork the batter. The exact amount may differ slightly. If you don't like a strong chocolate flavor, you can replace 1 tablespoon of cocoa with flour. Mix until smooth and lump-free. Finally, add 1 tablespoon of 9% vinegar or 1.5 tablespoons of 6% vinegar or lemon juice. This is what the finished batter should look like. Yours should be similar in consistency. Divide the batter into 4 equal portions. It's convenient to use 4 identical bowls and ladle the batter evenly into each. Heat a frying pan over medium heat, then grease it lightly with refined vegetable oil. A pan with a bottom diameter of 20, 21 or 22 centimeters works well for this recipe. Mine has an overall diameter of 24 centimeters but a 20 centimeter bottom. Go by the bottom diameter. Cover the pan with a lid and bake each layer over low heat for about 8 to 10 minutes. Timing may vary slightly depending on pan size and heat intensity. If condensation collects on the lid, wipe it off with a towel or napkin. Check doneness by touching the layer. Nothing should stick to your finger, and a toothpick inserted into the center should come out clean with no wet batter. Don't flip the layers, they're baked on one side only. Transfer each finished layer carefully onto a wire rack to cool. They're quite fragile, soft and delicate. Bake all 4 layers this way. The remaining batter holds up fine while waiting its turn. Let the layers cool to room temperature about 15 minutes. While the layers cool, make the cream. Take 500 grams of farmer's cheese, Quark, and add 140 grams of powdered sugar, 7 level tablespoons, and a good pinch of vanillin. It's best to use smooth, paste-like Quark, or you can substitute cream cheese or curd cheese in the same amount for an even tastier cream. I used 9% fat Quark with small curds. It's what I had. Blend with an immersion blender until smooth and lump-free. Then add 500 milliliters of heavy cream, 33% fat. Both the cream and Quark should be cold. Whip with a mixer, starting on low speed and gradually increasing until you get a thick cream, about 5 minutes. Timing depends on the cream itself. Set aside 2 to 3 tablespoons of cream for coating the sides of the cake later. Divide the remaining cream into 3 portions and divide the cherry filling into 3 portions as well. Grease a plate with a bit of cream and place the first cake layer on it. Set a springform ring or acetate cake collar around it if you have one. If you don't have acetate film, you can grease the ring with oil and line it with a strip cut from a baking sleeve. Soak the layer with cherry syrup, then spread 1/3 of the cream evenly over it. Add add the cherry filling, you can spoon it on randomly or pipe it from a bag or piping bag into 2 thick rings. Add the second layer, soak it, spread another 1/3 of the cream, then more cherry filling. Repeat with the 3rd layer. Place the 4th layer on top and soak it as well. Cover the cake with plastic wrap and refrigerate to set for 5 to 6 hours, ideally overnight. Mine sat overnight. Before removing the cake from the fridge, make the glaze. In a small saucepan, combine 100 grams of sugar, 4 heaping tablespoons, and 30 grams of cocoa, 3 level tablespoons, and mix. Add 60 milliliters of milk, about 4 tablespoons, and stir until smooth. Cook over medium heat, stirring constantly until the sugar fully dissolves and it comes to a boil. If the glaze seems too thin, cook for another 1 to 2 minutes. Remove the saucepan from heat and stir in 50 grams of butter. Transfer the glaze to a piping bag or a plastic bag and let it cool to room temperature. Take the cake out of the fridge and remove the ring and acetate color. Coat the sides with the reserved cream. Pipe the glaze around the edges and cover the top of the cake with it. If you prefer, you can leave the cake this way and decorate the top with berries and cherries. In that case, make only half the glaze recipe. If covering the whole cake with glaze, as I did, tilt the plate and coat the sides too, smoothing the glaze with a spatula. I was in a rush and my glaze was still warm, which can cause it to slide off. Make sure yours has cooled to room temperature first. Take 30 grams of any chocolate at room temperature. Cold chocolate will crumble and use a vegetable peeler to make decorative chocolate curls. Arrange the chocolate curls in the center of the cake and along the bottom edge. Chill the finished cake for about 15 minutes so the glaze sets. This glaze stays soft even after chilling and is easy to cut. So, friends, here's our gorgeous cake, baked entirely in a 20 centimeter frying pan, about 9 centimeters tall and weighing roughly 2.7 kilograms. It's a big cake, plenty for everyone, and importantly, this pan-baked cake is every bit as good as one baked in the oven. Let's cut a slice. Right away, I'll note the cake is soft and coats like butter. When I cut the first slice, the glaze smeared into the cream a bit. To avoid that, first score the glaze, wipe the knife with a napkin, then cut through the cake. Here's how appetizing it looks in cross-section. Tasting it, the layers are soft and fluffy, more like moist sponge cake layers than pancakes. These are genuine cake layers. Thanks to the soaking, they're moist and melt in your mouth. If you don't like moist cakes, you can skip soaking the layers. On their own, they're not dry at all. The cream is delicious, creamy and tangy from the Quark. Overall, the cake is medium sweet with bright accents. You can taste the cocoa, a hint of cherry, and the creamy Quark note. It's a rich, interesting cake that doesn't need anything to wash it down. I've also frozen this cake whole, minus a few slices, and thawed it in the fridge. It holds up well and tastes just as fresh. It's a great recipe, so give it a try if it appeals to you. As always, please support the video with a like and subscribe, and I look forward to your comments. Wishing you all peace. Until next time, my dears. Bye bye.